Welcome everyone to some more Pokemon Unite Hidden Gems, and in this episode we will be talking about some Chandelure. And I'll try and go Central. Zoroark might want to go Center. If he wants to go Central, I'll just go in lane. But normally Chandelure is a lot stronger Center, so that's why we're going to try and go for Center. It looks like Zoroark switched and Zacian hasn't claim, but I don't think he will contest me on it. Hopefully he doesn't. Here's the build also. Build will also be in the description so you guys can go check it out there. It is updated slightly, I think. I don't know if I actually updated this specific build, but some of my builds are updated. So they are actually a bit different this time. And Chandelure is a character that is actually doing really well right now. It's doing very solid. But I'm going with the weaker build, or at least the build that is considered weaker. It's actually my preferred build, and that will be Flamethrower Poltergeist. Overheat is normally preferred, and same with Imprison, but I think Flamethrower and Poltergeist actually works pretty well. It's not that bad at all. And I think it's stronger than people do give it credit for. Overheat might be better still, but I feel like Flamethrower is definitely not a bad option. Why are you going Center? Why is the Squirtle going Center? What? I claim Center! Why are you stealing Center? Why do teammates steal Center? And I was worried about the Zacian stealing it. No. It's the Squirtle that's stealing it. This is so annoying. Like, you claim Center at the start, but then, someone goes around stealing it. Okay. Well, I got what I could of it. And I will go back for it and hopefully leaves it alone. Because, I would like my Center, because I did call it. So, This is not great right now. So our starting moves on Litwick here, because we aren't a Lampet yet, because our Center got stolen, is Ember and Nightshade. So what Ember does is it fires one little burst of fire in front of it, and this burst of fire, once you use the first one, you actually get a second one. And a big part of Chandelure is actually the burn effect. So as Chandelure is attacking, or Litwick, or Lampet, whichever one you want to say, it actually will burn an enemy if it hits. Same thing with the boosted attack. Boosted attack fires a giant line of fire in front of it, and if this fire hits, it will burn enemies. And the burn is like not much damage, but it's a little bit stronger, it does constant damage. It's annoying if an enemy's like trying to score or something. And it just provides a lot of good passive damage. And then Nightshade is the other move you get. So what Nightshade does is if an enemy is burned, it will stun them. So this gives Litwick a nice early stun. And happy I can get my Center this time. That is fun. No help here with the middle. It's already gone. But to be fair, me getting my Center is a little more important than the middle, I would say. So our first move, which we get when we become Lampet at level 5, is Flamethrower. And what Flamethrower does is it is this giant blast of fire. So it's a line first, and then at the end of the line it becomes an explosion. And it will burn any enemy that is hit by it. And it does actually really good damage. It does pretty strong for a early attack. But the main part of it is if you hit the blast at the very end, so if you look at this, at the end there's like this giant explosion, if you hit that part of it, you will actually go and reset your cooldown a bit. You can get a score. And then we'll go start up the Ready Rock here. There you go. So yeah, when you hit your flamethrower, we'll actually show it off here. I hit the end of the flamethrower, it resets down to like 2 seconds. So that helps you spam it out more, and it does so much damage. We'll try and hit this Umbreon here if we can. The one issue with it is a little finicky with the hitbox. Sometimes it looks like you're going to hit it, and you just don't. So, you know, be aware of that when you're using this move. Your other move as Chandelure is Poltergeist, at least the other move I'm using. What Poltergeist is... Ooh, wow, I got destroyed there. Espeon does quite a bit of damage. So what Poltergeist is you put up this area, this like box around an area you choose, and any enemy that steps in it will be slowed. And also there will be some furniture, right here, here's the area. If an enemy hits the furniture, it will explode and do a bit of damage. Not too much, but it does, you know, a little bit of damage. It's not bad. This is mainly for locking down your enemies and just, you know, making sure you can hit them with Flamethrower easier. Because if they can't move as much, then they can't run away from your Flamethrower as much, and that makes it, you know, have more accuracy in terms of hitting your effects. And also, it's a good move to check areas. I can just throw it over here. And we'll actually use our special, too, because this is... Never mind. I will just get destroyed. Thought that was a good time to use special, but no, they just instantly beat me. Ah, that's sad. We don't need to surrender, though. Can we go for the Regice here? I think we can. So our plus move of Flamethrower is if we hit an enemy with a Flamethrower once, any damage we deal does 20% more, which is very strong, because, you know, Flamethrower, like I said, is not like that bad a hit. And look at that, I did like a quarter of the health of the Espeon there, and we're pretty even levels. I got a double there, I think. Yeah, that's both the Wigglytuff and the Zero Oregon. It does good damage, like I said. So, definitely not that bad. And especially if you hit it once, you know, you deal even more damage. So it's very good for destroying tanks. But our Unite move, which is, I believe, the last part of the kick that I have not really talked about, and maybe we'll use it. I don't think we'll actually get a time to use it before Rayquaza. Maybe if like an enemy just walks up now, but I don't think any will be. I think we'll save it for that. But what it does, because I do have time to explain it because no one's here. Oh, there's an enemy. Okay. So one trick you can do also with Flamethrower is, as you saw there, I threw it in the shrub, and it hit no one. So that means there's no one there. It is a little bit of a long cooldown. Normally you want a Poltergeist to check areas. But, you know, you can Flamethrower. Like, I'm fairly sure someone's there, and someone is, so then I can Flamethrower there. But I mean, look at that fight there. I'm just untouched, dealing so much damage. We'll Poltergeist, make sure no one's in here. Zero is going for score. I don't know if I could stop him. Yeah, I can't get there. I would have to X-speed. I don't think X-speeding at this point is worth it. We do get him, though. And we'll quickly hit that. So then we get our refresh. So what our Unite move does, because I haven't talked about that yet still, and I said I was, is it blinds all enemies in the nearby area. And if they're, or while they're blinded, you can use a giant beam of fire. And this beam of fire does a ton of damage, but it's very easily interruptible. I wanted to run away from that as soon as possible. So you have to use it very carefully because you can lose your effect pretty fast. We'll actually use it now. It's a good move for secure too. But there it was. So I blinded the Lucario. There wasn't really like the best blind because, you know, there's no one else there to get blinded. But we blinded him, and then we were able to just shred his health bar. It is a very weak special, because like I said, it is very easily interruptible. I don't think I'll be able to score because I have 2 on me. I will get X speed back up soon, so I should be able to get away, I think. Maybe, unless double slap happens. Thank you, Blastoise. You might have stolen my central area early, but thank you for saving me. I appreciate that a lot. And we did get our scoring, so that was big. I don't think Sableye can sneak another one there. Looks like they're too aware of him. We'll jump here. That gets him. Did you see that damage? That was a half health, 0 aura. Like, that just one-shot him from half. It does damage Chandelure. Like, Flamethrower hurts quite a bit. The main issue with it is you just have to hit it. But if you look back at the fight that I had right before Rayquaza, like, if you just don't get hit by enemies, you can output insane damage on this thing. And we'll even look at the damage at the end there, but that definitely felt like 100,000 damage game. We'll see though. No, actually 65,000. Wow, that was a lot less than I thought. I guess we didn't have like big fights, like there's not really big numbers in the fights. But I mean the stat I want to look at right here, look at the amount of damage I dealt and how much I took. Like, that's really good, only taking 19,000 damage and dealing 65,000 damage. That's always the stat I like to look at when I look at a carry Pokemon, especially a ranged one, because like Zacian, for example, he's running in the front line, so he's going to take a bunch of damage. But if you're able to play like Espeon, like this Espeon also did great too, to where they did 55,000 damage, only took 35,000 damage. So it's very nice to see and have games where you're playing this ranged carry Pokemon, and you deal a ton of damage, right? In this case, 65,000 is actually a ton, because, you know, the highest on their team's like 46,000. So, you know, it's 65,000 damage is pretty respectable, and only taking 19,000. That's a stat I love looking at. So hopefully all of you like Chandelure and the Flamethrower version. It is only a 1% pick rate and, like, you know, like not a great win rate. But this is the build I like personally. But hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. So thank you and goodbye.